Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House. And Happy New Year to all as I'm filming this on January the 1st of 2022. And welcome everyone to Walk in Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for January 1st through January 8th, 2022. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel, which, by the way, is the sequel to my other #1 international bestseller, One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. Now, I'd like to welcome back all my wonderful subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking and sharing this video. And also, I'd like to send a special welcome to those who are finding the Claire Candy Huff channel for the very first time. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. For the past 19 years, through my full-time business, which is Angel Healing House, I'm a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world, either in my Santa Monica office or online. I'm a psychic, I'm a clairvoyant, tarot card reader. I do past life clearings, past life ancestral healings, and sending that beautiful Reiki energy to recharge, to restore, and rebalance my clients. If you want to find out more about my services and my several #1 Amazon International bestsellers, please do go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can also call 831-277-3716, and do remember that's Pacific Standard Time. I'd also like to send out a big thank you to all of those people who made donations to my PayPal account for my free weekly content. If you've received some direction, clarity, motivation, enlightenment, perhaps some inspiration, and you would like to contribute, I've left my PayPal link in the description box below. So before we go to any tarot cards or oracle cards, let's take a look to see what astrological energies are affecting all of us. We are still under the influence of the December 28th bountiful energies that ended the year when Jupiter entered Pisces. And while many know Jupiter to be the planet of expansion, prosperity, good fortune, and abundance, it's also very much the planet of truth, with Jupiter ruling things like knowledge, education, and the moral code or law. It has a vast influence on the combined coherence of people coming together in agreement on what is morally right. This energy of Jupiter and Pisces will be with us for most of 2022, and its beautiful energies will support those creative, metaphysical, and spiritual ideas and projects and endeavors. For instance, those things that have a message for the betterment of the planet, the positive and optimistic messages like spiritual films and screenplays and books and music and paintings, and they will flourish under these magical Jupiter energies. After what has been an emotionally and physically trying year for many on the planet, it's like the Jupiter Pisces compassionate energies will be rewarding us for all that we have been through. Now, as each year rolls to an end, many look forward to wiping the slate clean and just forgetting about the old year and making fresh starts. Except this new beginning of 2022 is promising a much brighter, more light-filled time like never before. And while my angelic family, who I'm part of, we are called the Posse of Angels, we've never staked much of a claim in making New Year's resolutions, but we've decided that today we will share some of our forecasts for the year of 2022 and beyond. In many ways, 2022 will be an amalgam, a fusion of all the transformative energies that have built up over the entire year of 2021, as many in the Awakened Collective became highly charged in demanding justice and took back their powerful sovereign rights, liberties, and freedoms by utilizing their God given free will by taking action. With this energy of liberating ourselves spreading like wildfire, the posse of angels assures us that it now guarantees that justice will be done on the planet. In order for Mother Earth to exalt herself fully in light, in order for the truth to be seen, well, the light on the planet had to increase to such an immense level to break the stranglehold of control by the very dark agenda that had been deeply cemented on this planet over eons of time. Now, the posse of angels, they're assuring us that with the light of truth growing ever stronger in every single moment, everything that is not of the light is just rapidly falling away, as are those who would seek harm, injury, and destruction to others, either emotionally, physically, mentally, or spiritually. In fact, those who seek to do harm know fully well that they are in their last death throes, but they are not going out without a lot of noise. They will seek to cause as much chaos and as much fear as they can do on their way out. Now, one of the ways they are lashing out and causing as much devastation as they can is through weather manipulation, as we have seen in the floods in Maui, Hawaii, and the tornadoes in Tennessee. And just this last week, the purposely built set fires in Colorado. Now, the posse of angels is stating, we don't predict, but we're stating that nothing can be hidden anymore. And we are starting to see real physical evidence of that. For instance, it's interesting to note that with the Ghislaine Maxwell trial that was going on, and by the way, she was charged and committed 5 out of those 6 things that she was charged with. But while that was going on, which revealed so much about human trafficking and the links to those people in positions of power, of authority, and control, that ever since the trial began, the CEOs of companies like Disney and Microsoft and Hulu, IBM, Uber, Tinder, Harley Davidson, Victoria's Secret, T-Mobile, Volkswagen, Twitter, Walmart, CNBC, and many other CEOs, they've all stepped down from their positions and that they held. Don't you think that's quite a coincidence? Now the posse of angels is saying, please hold the light, knowing that the light has already won on the planet. And we've said for a long time that the last dark crumbs are being swept away and shown to us, and the authority and power that we, and we alone, the collective, gave to that dark agenda previously through our complacency, it'll no longer be allowed, and they will not be able to harm our world in the way that they had planned. Now, the posse of angels is forecasting, again, we're not predicting, that the increased light of truth and justice and moral integrity will grow ever brighter into this new year. It'll cause things like mandates and restrictions and unconstitutional things like that to flip and disappear, bringing cause for great celebration and jubilation. This is because we, the awakened collective, held the line, refusing to give in to fear and really refusing to give our power away by taking back our divine, sovereign, powerful authority and coming together worldwide. Our unity is building like a tidal wave of light with such force that will drown out anything to do with the dark. This coming together is causing a massive shift, and more people will be called to action for the betterment of all humanity. And this year of 2022 will see so much healing. Now, the posse of angels is forecasting that because of this great surge in the collective for moral justice to be done, that there are going to be unprecedented numbers of people who will be taking up litigation against those like governments who knowingly went against the Constitution and the freedom of health rights like those stated in the Nuremberg judgment trials, knowingly causing physical, mental, emotional harm on others. I just read yesterday that the Federal Aviation Association, the FAA, is being legally sued by pilots by forcing their pilots to take an that unapproved experimental substance, which actually goes against their laws, and it's interfering with the health of the pilots and causing such massive so, such massive health issues in the pilots. It's causing harm to the flying of the planes, basically. And just like those CEOs who coincidentally stepped down during the Ghislaine Maxwell trial on human trafficking, the posse of angels is forecasting that we will see more and more corrupt organizations brought to be accountable for harming humanity. Now, the posse of angels is also forecasting that a great deal of the world's riches that were stolen and used for dark purposes to harm others will be shared with humanity. Will we see this in 2022, 2023? They're not putting their stamp on any dates, but they are saying that's where the world is now headed for, because all of this had to be revealed in order for us to see what has been going on. Now, in addition, they're saying that with many nefarious dark health companies and agencies having hidden so many cures for diseases in order to keep people sick and addicted to things like opioids, just like what happened to marijuana that was demonized and made illegal. And this was because of the extraordinary health benefits, and it was made illegal and demonized for so long. Suddenly, whoop, it flipped, and it was suddenly legal. We will now see the introduction of many of these alternative things that have been hidden for many years in order to keep people on that treadmill of just being sick. One of those things that they're speaking about is the medical beds, or the tachyon, Tachyon, which are ET technology, and it's been used and hidden by those in elite power and also by the military, and kept away from the public to keep them sick. And they've known about this energy for a long time. The technology of the tachyon med beds is from our benevolent galactic family, and it's based on tachyon particle energy or plasma energy. You know, the soil, the atmosphere, the water, everything is plasma energy. And with everything in the universe being this plasma energy, it's just a different form of healing that will be available through vibrational frequency. It's interesting to note that the work that I do as a healing practitioner, a Reiki master teacher through my business, Angel Healing House Healing Practice, is that vibrational frequency of Reiki. Now, in the not too distant future, we can look forward to free energy, which was supposed to be introduced to the world in the early 1900s, and it was going to provide electricity and power to the world. But it's interesting to note that Tesla was supposed to bring this out, but he was working for a man called J.P. Morgan at the time, who owned all the copper wiring in the world, and he was going to provide electricity to the world and become even richer. But at that time, Tesla, who was working for Morgan, told him how he discovered how to provide free torque energy to every man, woman, and child on the planet, and J.P. Morgan suddenly saw his highway to immense wealth completely vanish, and it was then that he not only shut down, but he destroyed Tesla from ever being able to provide the world with free energy, and we've been polluting the world ever since with fossil fuels. Now, the posse of angels is sharing that with so many truths coming out, and the dark narratives not being able to remain in this searing light of truth, those dark lies and deception to keep us sick will be eradicated in the next coming years. As always, the posse of angels really do not like to get caught up on deadlines, but what they are telling us is that while won't happen in the first week in January, this truth will gain momentum. And by the end of the first quarter of 2022, they are saying that the world will start to look very different as we will enter a time of liberation and the revealing of justice that we have so prayed for. This truth will bring our transformed planet of light into even more resonance with justice. The posse of angels wish us to know that once we get past this year of changing tenets on planet Earth, we are in for a glorious new year of 2023, which we may even see glimpses of that as early as summer and fall of 2022. Now, with the planet growing exponentially in light, no one who advocates things like harm to others or chaos or division will be allowed to stay here, and they will actually be removed. Those souls will go elsewhere on a different planet to be re-educated, and only those who have cleared and healed their souls will be allowed to remain. Therefore, by taking these dark energies of people who want to cause harm to others, by taking them off planet, there will be no repopulation of dark energies. Only those of the highest and brightest light will remain. The posse of angels wish for us to know that we, as a conscious collective humanity, now hold the keys to the kingdom. And every move that the dark tenets use to dominate the world, it's going to be dismantled. And it will take most of the year of 2022 to move into this new era of light, equality, peace, and love and compassion. We are entering a time when there will be a changing of the guard, when divine law will be introduced on planet Earth to replace the dark governing systems. And divine law is really quite simple. It only has 4 rules. One is there is no loss. The second is there is no harm. The third is there is no suffering. And the fourth is there will be no injury with intent. With the dark, corrupt two-party systems gone, divine law will eventually promote decisions for the good of all, not the lining of politicians' pockets, and promote a world of caring, sharing, and humanity being restored on our beloved planet Earth. Now, the posse of angels, we're suggesting that as we go into this new year, that we visualize these changes as if they have already occurred, because in that etheric level, they are already a tangible, manifested reality. And to feel the exhilaration of joy in our hearts, knowing that what we had been through for the last 2 years was certainly not for naught, and that truth and justice will finally be seen on our beloved, beautiful planet Earth. So there we go. Let's go to our oracle and our tarot cards to see what other messages are coming in. When I was thinking about choosing cards for this week, they directed me to the Fairy Oracle deck. I haven't used these cards in a long time. They were buried deep beneath my desk drawer, and when I chose them, I knew why. This one came out, and look at her. Beautiful wings. This is the card of the maiden, and this is the card of change. The maiden brings pure joy and generates new growth throughout the world. The maiden has a simplicity about it, a curiosity, a child, seeing with unclouded eyes. She has an openness to life, new things, new experiences. Every moment with her is an adventure filled with playfulness and hope. Much of the learning comes from laughter and silliness, and she trusts that life will give to her and gift to her what she needs. It's about auspicious beginnings, birth, joy, hope, and growth. And yes, new beginnings and growth are the fundamental basis of this card. It's a number 5 card, which is a card of change, spontaneity, Exhilaration and a promise for the future are signified here. We must note also that in the early stages of any process, there is a need for guidance, but there is also a magical impetus towards burgeoning growth. So, just like the innocence of a child, we too know that our feet will be put on the path of where we will be going in this exhilarating year of joy and justice 2022. They want us to trust the process, and yes, take care of the details, but open up to the bigger picture of our lives. Consider what is growing in your life. You can make a list of your hopes, your dreams, and your plans. Look for the growth within you most of all, and think about what you cherish and nurture. Bless the growth that you will see all around you. And there might be growth presented to you, but they want to make sure that you're open to receive. Because if we're not open to receive, it doesn't matter what appears in our reality. So I love the maiden that appeared for us with that auspicious beginnings, and here we are, the beginning of 2022. This year, this card came in. It's a number 2 card, or the beginning of 2022. It's the 20 card, and it's about healing the earth. I love this card. Love, humility, and respect. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? She looks like she's doing Reiki to the planet. In 2022, we will take all the invaluable lessons that we have learned from the past 2 years and use them to be of service to Mother Earth and her newly conscious awakened inhabitants. You are being asked to be of service through expressing your love, your humility, respect for the earth in your actions, and this path will take you to move into a deeper, truer expression of yourself, or what the Posse of Angels and I've been speaking about in my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show, which, by the way, airs on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We've been speaking about, which is everyone being able to now step onto our soul's highest way of serving, which is our dharmic path. Each of us came in with an integral puzzle piece of the planet and how to heal it and how to serve it in the highest form and provide our beautiful energies to our planet, which is being rebirthed. And you know, when something is being rebirthed or there's a newborn infant, it does take a lot of TLC, tender loving care, to be able to be nurtured and nourished, and to be able to be supported and guided as it grows. It's a whole new planet that we're living on now after what we have been through. The Oracle of the Seven Energies gave us this beautiful card, the Royal You. It's a number 16, which is the number 7. I always call it doing the work of the divine. And this is it's about how you hold to your inner sense of worth and your integrity, secure in the belief that you have a unique purpose. And we just spoke about stepping onto those dharmic paths. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin and knowing who you are, and that nothing outside of you can challenge your authentic self. It's about sovereignty. It's about responsibility, confidence, self-rule, ownership of who you are and your feelings, not allowing outside influences to bring you out of alignment with your truth. And if you do find yourself with challenges, you can choose to speak up and set your boundaries with grace and surety. This is about being that calm, intelligent leader and being that example for others on the planet. Now is the time to lead from your heart, from your authenticity and your integrity. And hold your head high, knowing your worth. And that is the mark of true sovereignty. beautiful card there. The royal you, your sovereign, divine, eternal nature, as I've called it, is more powerful and multidimensional than you can ever imagine. The next card that came out for us, this is the Wisdom of the Oracles, is the card, another 7 card. I just noticed that it's another 7 card. It's a leg up, receiving help. The perfect people now to align with and give you a leg up during the next phase of your journey. And as I said, the next phase of our journey is opening to receive our soul tribe. There have been such a huge attrition rate of relationships falling out of our lives. We just may not have been resonating with them anymore. And now those like-minded people are now coming in. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, then miracles happen. And now they're saying is this time of opening ourselves to receive our soul tribe coming in. It may also be a case that your endeavors have grown to such an immense stage that you need help. It's time to bring on those who can give you a leg up. Trust that help is available, and it will indeed appear in this year of 2022. So I love that little little polar bear, and he's grabbing onto his mom's fur and getting a leg up, I guess, from her. So there we go. Let's go to our tarot cards. Okay. And yes, I'm using my Angel Healing House tarot deck. There was me, Angel Ariel on the back. While I'm shuffling, got any plans, got any goals, got any new intentions set for this year? Somebody asked me earlier in the week what I had intended, and I said I intended to be as authentic and honest and transparent and open as I possibly can be. I'll receive and work with spirit, work with the posse of angels, as to where my feet are guided in order for me to best serve, and getting very excited about life. Not that I haven't always been excited, but particularly excited because we have been through so much over the past 18 months, 2 years, and it has changed us in immeasurable ways that we can't even fathom. In consciousness, shifting our beliefs, revealing and disclosing things to us. And now is the time of healing, and now is the time for taking action and taking what we learned in the last 18 months and really putting that into action on the planet. And we will be then presented with the people and those opportunities for us to be able to do that. The first tarot card coming out for us, and I'm not surprised, is the Death card. This is the complete transformation of what we've all been through and transforming that into action. I thought long and hard about, there are a lot of tarot decks that don't use the word death in it. They use the word transformation or transmutation. But hey, it is just going from, death is simply going from one state to another state. We continue to live, we continue to thrive, we continue to do all those wonderful things without our physical form. But in this case, we are transforming all that we learned in the last 18 months. And then we're now taking that to the form of action into 2022. So there you go. It's a beautiful card. Next card that's coming out for us. Oh, this is interesting. It's another 7 card, 7 of Wands. Now that we've learned all those things from the last 18 months, we are standing up for ourselves. We are not afraid of being authentic and honest and open, and being that example on the earth plane. We don't do it to change anybody. And we certainly, don't need to put anybody down or judge anybody in order to be that leader. But we're not afraid to stand up for ourselves and voice who we are and what we believe, um, as an example. And that could mean standing out and having that opportunity to have that spotlight, those lights, to have that spotlight be thrown upon us and the work that we do. But we're prepared. We're prepared to, as much as we can be, to step into those roles, to be seen. And the next card is a new beginning card. Is the one card. Is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, yes, 2022 will be the answer to those prayers of people asking for more finances, more money, more material wealth, and all of those things. But this is the feeling, this is a new feeling of abundance that is going to be sweeping over the planet. A feeling of restoration, a feeling of being rebirthing, of being restored and regeneration. Um, and it's that hand of Mother Earth. Mother Earth is feeling restored finally. And see that beautiful light that is shining in. And they're saying that that light is being restored on the planet to each of its inhabitants. In this card, it happens to be to the turtle, to the rabbit, and the bear. Um, Also, they're saying that the bear is coming out of hibernation. Many people have been restricted and hibernating for 18 months, and it's a time of coming out into the light. You know, as we go on into this year, and a lot of those mandates and restrictions will just flip, because um, because they were instilled under very dark circumstances, and and in the light of day they cannot continue. So there we go. That's the Ace of Pentacles. What's the next one? The rebirth card, or the birthing card. Is that good? The three. The three comes in. Three is always a number of magic for me. Wherever two or more are gathered in that higher source's name, miracles happen. So they're saying many miracles will occur in 2022 as the action is taken towards truth and justice. And it's just such an amazing year of what's going to come out of a supposed chaos, supposed calamity. Um, um, so much of what looks like destruction can come opportunities, opportunities for growth and rebirth and new phases of our lives. And this is such an abundant card. These are two very, very abundant cards. I mean, look at the divine feminine stepping up into this, which is all about peace, and it's about sort of balancing and harmony, and bringing that love and forgiveness and compassion and empathy and all of those things in. Such a beautiful card, that one. The next card is coming, is the World. This is the ending, the new cycle beginning, the new cycle of Mother Earth. New cycle of Mother Earth, new cycle of ourselves as we step into that brand new world. A world where we start to see the amazing effects of everything that we've learned over the last 2 years. And the next card is another great abundant card, is the Ten of Pentacles. This is the legacy card. This is the card of a happy family, of coming together as a family on planet Earth, and healing from what we've been through, and coming together in unity and harmony. Just love that. Such an amazing reading. Wow, just beautiful, beautiful reading there. Let me go to the postcards from Spirit and read out the postcard that came out today. And on the bottom it says, with love. And it says, dearest you, we have something exciting to share with you. You are a manifesting master, and you don't even know it. There will always be enough of everything that you need in your life: money, opportunities, love, and kindness. So whatever you're asking guidance about, just have faith. Be open to the many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. The universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe. So whenever you fall into a little bit of trepidation or insecurity, you will be shown an illusion as if your fear were real. But the truth is that the universe is abundant. You are and always have been enough, and your natural state is abundance. If you can imagine something consistently as truth, you can and you will create it. You are so on the right path now. Keep believing, and then the seeing will happen. And on the bottom it says, loving you more and more every single day. Just like what we said here on the end, the posse of angels and I are suggesting that as you go into this new year, visualize those changes as if they've already occurred, and feel the exhilaration of joy in your heart. That we are already living on a planet of truth and justice, or else we wouldn't see these revelations, and that everyone is working in harmony together for a planet of unity and love and peace on this planet. To finish off with, as I do every week, I like to go to my Making Magic cards, and let's see what comes out. Come on, posse of angels, jump, 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 jump. As I was reading the tarot cards, I have a cane chair in my office, and I'm just getting shivers all over. When somebody of spirit sits down in that chair, you can hear the chair creak. Because it's a cane chair, and the weaving on the cane squeaks. Oh, there was one, and who sat down was my dad, who was in spirit, and he's come in to wish me and everybody else a happy new year. And that one came out, and one more posse of angels. Let's have a jumper. Oh, thank you. First card that comes out for us is a symbol to create lucky, serendipitous events. Felix Felicitas. So this one tells me that keep yourself up, joy, abundant, just buoyed along by this wonderful new Jupiter in Pisces energy, which is, yes, it's about abundance and prosperity and all of those wonderful, but when you feel abundant inside, because you're not here by happen chance, you are blessed to be here in this time of ascension of planet Earth, and see all the magnificent changes that will occur. And this is those serendipitous events that will come in for you to step on that path of being able to serve. The next card is your self-confidence. Look at this one. Strong self-belief and a sense of worth. We said that. We said that in the cards, this leadership. I love this one, which was the royal you. This is your sovereign nature. Stand in your authenticity. That's all you need to do. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. My goodness, you're a reflection of God's source energy, because you were born into that reflection. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. All you have to do is have the confidence to enthusiastically and authentically shine that out to the world. And we're talking about so much prosperity and all those abundance cards, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. And the most abundant card in the deck is the Empress. And this one is prosperity. And it says, a prosperous business with riches and success. And I can't imagine another card that is more apt to close out this first Walking Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom for January 1st. Oh, I just wish you such a joyous year of shining your authentic wonderful, beautiful radiance onto the planet. If you are interested in any of my services, please do go to angelhealinghouse.com, or once again, you can always call on 831-277-3716, and that's Pacific Standard Time. I hope to hear from you this coming Thursday on Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio, which airs at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And the first half an hour or 20 minutes, 25 minutes is taken up with channeled messages from myself and my angelic family, the Posse of Angels. And then I take calls for free mini angel readings, as I have done. This is now, we're going into our 11th year of weekly Angel Healing House blog talk radio shows where I have given out free readings. So love to hear from you then. Go out, everybody, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. A beautiful first week of 2022 and an absolutely beautiful year. I'm wishing you love and angel blessings. Take care, everyone. Bye.